like it?
Why did you do that? Scrape off your hair.
In my world, when I left it, only kids your age wore beards.
Beards? I don't go in for fads.
Somehow, it makes you look less intelligent.
And you like it?
Why did you do that? Scrape off your hair.
In my world, when I left it, only kids your age wore beards.
Beards? I don't go in for fads.
Somehow, it makes you look less intelligent.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. This is Yah Demar from the Great Millstone, Houston. And I want to give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha, Wakar Kudash, and double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone, and the bishops and the elders on down, and the high priest that taught them. Yeah, I was going to do like a little lesson on, about beards, that's a custom of ours, It's not, for like no fashion show, but that was just something that the Lord commanded us to keep, and you seen in that clip on Planet of the Apes, the guy, one of the monkeys, the apes, telling Charleston Heston that he looks less intelligent. He don't look intelligent without his beard. And, I seen a picture of me some years ago, picture that I had took, and man, I look crazy. I just say that, just don't look right, And I know some brothers, they can't grow out their beards, And for the most part, brothers can grow their beards. So I wanted to read this definition about it, about the beards. And it says, in ancient Israel, a beard was seen as a symbol of honor, strength, and dignity. The practice of not rounding the corners of your head or destroying the corners of your beard. Leviticus 19:27 was a way to differentiate Israelites from pagan practices, where shaving or trimming beard was common. Shaving a beard or cutting off a portion of it was considered a shameful act, a form of disgrace. Right? It's not, if you can grow a beard, that's manly. It separates you from a woman and a child, And I'm gonna go down to symbol of honor and dignity. Beards were a common feature among men in ancient Israel, and they were often associated with maturity, wisdom, and leadership. Yeah, let's see. Differentiating from pagans, the prohibition in Leviticus 19:27 was like a way to distinguish Israelites from pagan practice. Where we read that, we read that it was up there earlier. So yeah, matter of fact, let's go ahead and jump in the scripture. So yeah, man, having a beard is like a badge of honor, for an Israelite man. Just manly, like I said, And it's what it says, maturity, wisdom, and leadership. And like I said, I know some brothers can't grow their beards. They would love to grow it. Some brothers can't grow their beards. Most of the time, it's the Northern Kingdom, you know, like the Latino tribes, you know, some of the native Indians, you know, can't grow their beards, you know. And I'm start off with, let me go to the scriptures. Let's get some scriptures now, you know. Let's see. Let's start with Leviticus 19, because that's what they had on there. 19 and 27. This is Leviticus 19 and 27. Ye should not slack you. Ye should not round the corners of your head. That's like shape up, you know, edge ups, you know. Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. Yeah, pretty much line ups and, you know, things like that. And let's go to that word mar in the blue letter.
Strong's H, 7843, Shachath, Shachath.
Hebrew is probably pronounced Shachat, Shachat. Yeah, Shahat. And we're gonna go to the Strong's, not strong, but the outline of biblical usage. That word mar, you know, is to destroy, yeah, corrupt, go to ruin, decay. To be marred, be spoiled, be corrupted, be injured, be ruined, be rotted. Yeah, I mean, it's really much, you know, to destroy, you know, destroying your hairline. You know, you ruin it. And that's why a lot of guys go bald too. You know, they keep balding or shaving their heads, you know, and it just, you ruin your scalp. So that's why Yahweh Shema Shai, that's why they put that in the law, you know, so, you know, that your hair won't be destroyed. When you're lining up, you know, your beard, or you're lining up your hair, right? And let's get Leviticus 20, what's that, 25 and 5. Let's see. Hold on, let me see something. Let me type it in. Thought it was in 25. Yeah, here it is. Leviticus 21 and 5. That's what I meant to say. They should not make baldness upon their heads, right? Just went into that balding their heads, right? Neither shall they shave off the corners of their beard. Yeah, you don't want to shave your beard or shaving your beard off. Nor make any cuttings in the flesh, you know? Yeah, it's, you know, your edge up. That's pretty much cutting your flesh when you do edge ups like that, you know? Or just anything. Making marks, tattoos and stuff like that too, you know? And yeah, let me get this account. You know what? Let me get this in Psalms. Psalms 133 and 1. Because Aaron, Moses' brother, he had a beard, a long beard that, you know, it describes. This is Psalms 133, first verse. A song of decrees of David. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. Pretty much, the brotherhood, right? Verse 2, it is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garments. Yeah. So he had pretty much telling you here, Aaron had a long beard, right? Had a long beard all the way down there to his feet. Yeah, so I just wanted to bring that out. Or, just going into the beards, And beard ain't, it ain't gonna save you. It's all about your spirit, right? And let me get this account too in 2 Samuel. It just, we have a rich history. You got guys, when you think of beards, you think about, of course, Rick Ross, right? A lot of guys do that. When they think of a beard, they think about Rick Ross. But shoot, really, Rick Ross had to be listening to the, watching the Apostles, a Great Millstone or any other Hebrew Israelite group, to get it out there, most men are rocking their beards now, It might be, sincere about it or just a fashion statement, but, you're supposed to have your beard if you can grow it, So I'm going to go, this is 2 Samuel 10. The point is in 10 and 5. I might start at 4. Because you had a king named Hanun, and he was like an Ammonite king. And David sent his servants, because I believe he had lost his father, and he was cool with David. The guy Hanun's father was cool with David, so he was killed. And David tried to send some of his men, his servants over there to like to comfort him, but shit, he did. I'll just read it. I start at 3. And the princes of the children of Ammon said unto Hanun, their lord, thinkest thou that David doth honor thy father, that he had sent comforters unto thee? Had not David rather sent his servants unto thee to search the city and to spy it out and to overthrow it? So I think, that's what it was. I guess he thought that David was trying to send his servants to spy, out the land, but he was just sending them to comfort him, right? Verse 4, 2 Samuel 10 and 4. Wherefore Hanun took David's servants and shaved off the one half of their beards, right? And cut off the garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, which is their behind, right? And sent them away, sending them back to David. Verse 5, 2 Samuel 10 and 5. When they told it unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. Yeah, it was a shameful act. And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, and then return. See? That was serious, about having your beards, man. He told the guys, hey, go out there to Jericho and hang out till your beards grow back. Just going into this, the importance of, having the beard back in Israel, right? If you was, an Israelite man. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to go into the beard, keeping the beard. If you can grow a beard, hey, keep your beard, man. It's a badge of honor, too. you know, represents dignity, wisdom, you know, leadership, and strength too. A lot of people, man, they kind of, you know, ain't trying to act like you bad or nothing, but most people get kind of intimidated when you have your beard on your face, you know? Some people like, well, I'll just say for women, some women like it, some women don't. You know, most women I know like it, like a man with a beard on their face. But I mean, it's not for that. That's what you know, Yahweh wanted it to be. He wanted a man to have a beard on his face. He has a beard. Yahweh Shai has a beard, right? So, hope this been edifying and straight to the point. And I want to give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Yahweh Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone and the bishops and elders on down. And shalom to the elect. Until next time, shalom.